Alright guys, we are about to get underway for game number 4. We're into our first elimination game, Kalka. This is new territory for you. Welcome aboard. Welcome with us. But Bandle City backs against the wall here. And the Smolder left through, but unable to find the win there in game number 3. So, do we think that they go to the well again? Is the Smolder going to be left up, and will they pick it again?
Maybe. I still think it's strong, but progress showed they have answers to it. The Caitlyn and Vel'Koz were able to apply significant pressure in lane. Gemsy's Renekton, once again, finding several 1vX's and getting kills and tons of pressure. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets let through by progress again.
Yeah, I think the Smolder is strong, but it needs a really consistent front to back composition built around it. Kind of a protect the puppy comp, right?
It just revolves around your Q cooldown and trying to throw that damage splash over the back. And
the scaling took it just took too long, right? As you mentioned, didn't have the stacks by the time that Dragon Soul fight came up, and then ultimately, that's what determined that game was that Dragon Soul fight. So
and that's what you're looking for when you're answering a Smolder, is keep that game pace tight and don't allow it to scale into 35-40 minutes where Smolder is guaranteed to have those stacks done.
Yeah. All right, so we've got some calls in chat, hoping that we go to game 5. Minty putting it all on the line. All 83 of his remaining Jax Claws are going to go on the line in this game. That's what happens when you go all in. You're not left with too much left after that. So
yeah,
channel points in this economy.
Aztec says I'm too old for the 5-piece. Trying to close it out here in game 4.
I wish really quick before we get into draft, I do wish that we could see how many channel points people have. Like I'm curious.
I think we can. There's a leaderboard at least
on
your channel.
That's an old extension plugin.
It's broken.
So before Twitch had channel points, you could do channel points.
Okay.
And then they integrated it into Twitch. So those are leftover from before, back in like 2017, back when I was streaming League of Legends with my gunners on in the dorm room. Okay, that was a long time ago.
You've had a long ride on Twitch.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been here.
You had gunners?
Starting from the bottom.
Wow.
I still have them.
Oh, buddy.
I need evidence.
You aren't ready for the history behind Jax as a semi-pro Call of Duty world-class player.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I'm an LCC newbie. I got a lot to learn.
Well, love to have fresh blood. All right, we need a Zed game. We need snacks. That's actually a solid shout out there. Snacks. Taco Bell, a consistent provider for the LCC. So ring the bell. Get yourself some Taco Bell. What else? What are some other shout outs we can do?
You can pull up the soundboard or something.
Of course, a nice crisp Dr. Pepper. Running out of my 4.1 pounds of goldfish. What a specific number.
Where's Bell at, by the way? He's not here to support his boy Matt?
He was. I saw him earlier on.
Okay, yeah, where'd he go? Bell,
he's not in here gambling?
Get back in here.
Munching on some Wawa pizza. Good shout out.
Oh, Wawa water wets your whistle. You know the call. Oh, also earlier, shout out to Jordan and Minty Bun for the subscriptions earlier on in the chat.
I want another banger series. Hopefully you feel like we're delivering, here in the game 4. And Minty, can't let the ads stop the action. Absolutely. Get your own personal
Ace
ad.
Just got
ad
home.
blocker.
He's been watching it mobile this whole time, keeping tuned in. Appreciate you.
This is as good as it gets. That's the quickest ad block that you can get.
While we wait, just a quick little shout out here. Let's see. Oh, baby. Yep.
Oh, Cloud9. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Man
I got
behind
the
our
win today.
sexy's heart. I think our sexy playing this out of a Cloud9 chair right now.
Yes, almost certainly. Yeah.
Based.
Go Bucks, as it were. And everybody, if you're a League of Legends fan tonight, you are rooting for Bucks here in Game 4 to bring us to a Game 5. Let us drop the Silver Scrapes 2 games in a row to open up the playoffs. I'm stoked.
All right, looks like both of our teams are ready, and we are underway with draft for game number 4. This is elimination game for Bandle City on the blue side again. Just to confirm, CGYM is the top laner. Matt is the mid laner. No changes in terms of roles or positioning there. We got baited. We got you baited.
We got you baited
Last game.
We were considering our options. BCB known to look for those flexes, known to look for the advantages that they can draw through the draft phase. And we got to keep an eye on them. We can't let them sneak one by us. We got to call it out.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been shocked. And a
There's the
Renekton
There it is.
Answer. So Gemsy finally pulling the respect
He's
that
played
I would say
good.
he deserves.
He's
for
played
the
good all
series.
season long.
The Riven and the Renekton banned away. Now he's got to be excited, and he's got to be hoping that he doesn't get a third ban over to the top side. Let me get our previous rounds up.
Okay, Vayne
And then a
kept
Vayne
as well.
ban over. Away
So
from
Skarner
Tigers.
and Shyvana are kind of the two that they had been banning out, and now they're going to be open and available. So we'll see if the priority
Aztec has his
rises
pick of
on
the
that.
litter. Zed and Xerath banned away,
Smolder's
happy
still-
with their decisions there. And Mad Apex pushed on to Fizz before. Will we see a repeat from that? It did not go his way into the Morgana. Morgana not able to build his own lead in the hands of Jade, but definitely able to prevent Matt from ever snowballing in any way. Those Black Shields just saying no to Chum the Waters.
So the discussion here has got to be: do they pick?
And it's a Scion mid for Mad Apex. Almost certainly, because he's swapped positions to lock it in. So I think he's going to be excited to play that one. And it's an immediate Skarner pickup on R1.
Yeah, Smolder. Yeah, okay, so Smolder.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the
hard to think
decision,
for
right?
themselves.
Do you take the Smolder or do you let it through? They go with Scion instead.
In a Twitch, answer to Smolder is very interesting to me because Twitch, I believe, is a known strong pickup into Smolder, but Smolder's sitting at a very high win rate at the moment, regardless.
Just the stronger champion right
Just a
now.
strong champion. The numbers are good.
It'll really depend on the support pairing here.
Yep.
Ooh, Shen. This is probably a Shen support, but
Submarine.
it could be a Shen jungle. We've seen our sexy practice this, I know. It also
played
could be
it
a
in the
Shen
meet.
top, although I expect the Scion to go top at this moment. So
Yes, we saw our sexy play that into the Plague earlier in the season.
Hope only with one game of Twitch earlier on this season, but it was one of his best games all year. It did, I think, if I remember correctly, just off the top of my head, like more than 50k damage. It was a loss, unfortunately, but it was a very good game on the Twitch. So
Sneaky,
Strong
and he's
pick.
got the Shen to keep him alive.
another
as well.
Vel'Koz game here.
They're going to have
for Dom.
a fat front line, and Twitch is going to have the spray and pray to try to hit Vel'Koz on the back line, but it's always difficult to get through to those backliners without some range of your own.
Skarner is what Smolder wants. I feel much better about the Smolder in this game. And the next round of bans is going to come through. Is it more top laners?
Rel
or-
taken away again from Chestnut.
Okay,
I
Rel
would
again.
assume they ban engage supports because Twitch level 1
Rumble
into
taken.
Smolder Vel'Koz could be really strong. So Chestnut could lock something here after these bans to really take advantage of a Smolder Vel'Koz laning phase.
Yeah. So you're right. They take away the Rel and the Rakan. He's still got a couple in his pocket that he could go to, but has leaned towards the Enchanters as the series has gone on. We'll see if he kind of goes back to the old classics.
Or if Shen is for him. As it could
True.
be. We've seen him play the Shen bot
Yeah.
lane several times. And a Gragas banned away, so we're really targeting the
Deep
trying to
into the pool.
burn into Gemsy's pool as he's looking to go for an R5 counter pick. Have to imagine after he can confirm what the matchup will be. And so this should be a lock-in mid for Jade.
Yeah, we'll see what he likes to blind here. He's got a lot of front line to deal with and a hyper carry that could probably reach him with his ultimate.
Yeah, ask Chaffles about getting
Okay.
a bunch of bans topside. Okay,
Vigar!
Woo! You know what this opens up? They could go right back to the Fizz. Fizz, one of the best Vigar counters in the game, still on the board.
It is, and I gotta say, I don't like picking Vigar and Smolder together. That's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's a lot of
scaling to
scaling.
happen for waiting into the late game, and I don't want Aztec to be going for early plays and then just have nothing behind him to back him up.
So it is a Shen jungle. It's a Shungle.
It's a Shungle.
What a crazy game we get here.
Makes a lot of sense because we see Shen jungle as like a counter to Vi to just ult whoever the Vi
No way.
themselves.
No
And-
way.
Oh. Where's this going?
Okay.
It's mid.
I believe that would be mid into the Vygar.
Uh-huh. I think it's a top Vladimir. This is Scion mid with Matt.
No, I think it's.
No, this is CGYM
I
top
think it's CGY on top.
with Vlad.
Sorry,
I think you're wrong.
maybe.
Well, put your money down.
Nico and Chat calling
How many
out
claws
the
you putting
Vlad
down?
The
I'll
CGY.
put-
How many claws? I
I'll
have
put-
infinite claws.
I'll put
dude.
25K
I'll
claws
put-
down.
I'll put every claw that ever exists in all of
Ooh.
eternity down.
The Trundle
I'm
is
so excited for Renata.
really
by the
good
way.
into this. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah, a
Trundle
lot of
is
interesting
wow.
matchups to talk about here.
Go ahead, Kolko. Let's get your first blush.
So-
I'll give it to you.
So, okay, so Trundle into Scion in a vacuum, really good. You could pillar the ultimate if you're good, and then also you just make Scion extremely squishy with your ultimate. But the problem becomes in the 2v2 if Shen is up there to answer, because a lot of Trundle's damage is auto attacks, and so if Shen is there, Shen just drops his, I think it's called Spirit's Refuge or something, but whatever his W is called, negates a lot of the Trundle damage. But it's Scion mid, because so that doesn't matter at all because the Vladimir is going top. Oh boy, I've got a lot to think about. I haven't even talked about the bot lane matchup because Twitch Renata, pretty strong level 1, and then you've just
with
got
the
your standard
bailout.
double range and double range.
With the bailout, they
Yeah.
can win the heads-up fight, but they rely on the bailout. So actually, I think this lane is completely reliant on how good Chestnut is on the Granada Glass. But
I
really,
think
like,
the team
genuinely
fights are reliant on
can
how
carry
good
this.
his
Yeah, that's
on
true.
how good his ultis are over to buy time, and the goal is going to have to be Renata Glass ult over the top, Vladimir to amplify damage, and then a spray and pray is how they want these team fights to go, and then everything else is just set up for that to happen. I'm looking at the opposite side, and I think Vygar's kind of getting away with it at the moment. They're gonna have room to scale, but he's never gonna be able to kill Scion in this matchup. The move is probably to go either Tier or Sapphire Crystal start and just try to get to your items.
Usually, if you told me you had Twitch, Vlad, Shen, Scion, I'd say you're safe to go late. But they've got Vygar, Smolder, Skarner. I think that there's still a little bit of pressure for them to end. I think the Vygar Smolder scaling is just so good. It's infinite, right?
It's quite powerful, and the later once you get past those past level 13, typically you're maxing out your QW, and then you're going for your cage after that, and then it's just going to get easier and easier to stall out these team fights in the opposite direction.
Yep.
And the
both
cage
of
is
these
just
teams-
really good against Shen, Vlad, Scion, because they're both close range trying to get in, and now they've got to worry about a cage that they've got to get through They've got to get through a Trundle Skarner front line and a cage to start hitting these hyper scaling carries.
Well, here it is. Everything's on the line for this organization, Bandle City. They went down.
Bucks.
They went down 3-1 last quarterfinals. Will they lose here again? That would be a second time 3-1 in the quarterfinals. Surely they can push further. Surely we've got to rally some Buckaroo support, some Buckaroo fandom in the
Don't call me
chat
Shirley,
and
but
at
go
home.
Bucks.
What's Jason? What's the Buckaroos rallying cry?
Go Bucks! Or
Just go Bucks? Okay.
I mean, it's go Bucks. Or
I like buck around and find out. I like that one.
Buck around and find out is pretty good. It's you know, I gotta say, it's the Bucks side, but they don't have any Yordles in this match. Twitch is the closest thing they got, and he's just a little rat. And I'm looking at the opposite side, and I see Vygar. It's hard to look away. I love my little man, but go Bucks. I don't know. It's tough. I hate it here, but I want the Bucks to win so we get to our Game 5. I
Game
want our
5 would
Silver
be awesome.
Scrapes.
True. That'd be a
Plus
really
the-
good quarterfinals
You're under
weekend.
arrest.
Back to back, best of 5s, 5 games.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, knock on some wood, man. Hopefully we can get that lucky. What's the Piltover battle cry? I don't know. Help
I
us.
said it's you're under arrest against the Peacemakers.
We'll have to work with. Maybe you can tell
This
us.
game is going to be
Give us some
sneaky,
ideas.
sneaky, as we've got Twitch on the line, and we have our Sexy looking to set him up. River Shen on the board, and Matt Apex on his signature Scion, backs against the wall. Good luck to them, and I'm going to go ahead and get a quick ad break going before we get into Game 4. And Gear subscription's in now. Throw your Prime on there.
Sure.
Might as well.
Buy your own ad block. All right, we are about to get in onto the Rift for game number 4. The Bandle City Buckaroos taking on the Piltover Progress. Matt Apex is reprising his Scion, his infamous Scion.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
This time in the mid lane instead of top lane.
That's right.
This game is really going to come down to a team fight about 45 minutes in over the third
Think it'll
Baron.
get to 45 minutes. I hope so. That'll be an
Look at this, they
exciting
don't
one.
wait. Already the ambush from Hope and Chestnut, and they find nice trade onto Yerkes. Will they force the reset out? Instead, Potion popped, and he's going to stay in lane. So a big early advantage, and that could determine the first couple levels for this bot lane.
Jade going for
That's
a
level
Doran's ring start. I'm just I'm speaking with authority because I'm the one that knows Vigar. You should. I like to start with a tier in this matchup, or go for a crystal, sapphire crystal into a Rod of Ages, or a Lost Chapter if you so choose. But there's just no chance you're ever going to actually take a fight into Scion, and so it's just to maximize the amount of tier stacks that you could find and make sure you're available.
Scion
with
mid
mana.
is really impressive.
It sucks. I hate it.
Incredible tempo play. Very difficult for most mages to play into.
He's just somebody you kind of have to prepare for in Champ Select, and Jade's not going to... Shouldn't feel too much damage coming out of Matt Apex, but Matt's just going to push unrelentingly in this
Nice
matchup.
handshake here from Chestnut. He doesn't miss, and Dahl has to Summer Spell heal.
Great heal.
So forced out
Barely.
Chestnut on display here with
Chestnut
his back
also
against the
burning
wall.
a heal. Matt with a nice ward,
Okay.
ward out. No, not.
Junglers also started opposite sides again. Worth noting, I like that Aztec realizes that Jimsy's playing very well this series and wants that win condition to succeed. Never mind, he's going for a level 3 gank.
Okay, handshake in onto Yerkes, but already the flash and barrier out of the play. Meanwhile, flash barrier from Hope as well. The ambush in. Can Hope find Yerkes on the bot side of this fight? He's going forward. Will it expunge? No! The first blood goes over, and Chestnut goes down as well. So it goes the way of the Progress.
And it's a 2-0 to start out the match for them. 1 kill, of course, going over to the carry Skarner. That's where you want your gold, as we have all noted. Flash burned by Yerkes and Aztec to pick up those kills. But I love the adaptation. As you mentioned, he's probably starting on the bot side to rotate over to put pressure on for Gemsy against CGYM. The pillar is a great way to CC Vladimir. The pool does not get you away from that. But recognizing that there's an opening and finds the double kill. Great heads-up play.
Okay, Matt gonna dance around, get put in his little playpen.
That's what I'm talking about. You're just never going to find that kill. You can push him out of lane, but it's not going to make any difference to you. The only purpose of Vigar in this matchup is to get as many stacks as physically possible.
And we see the new rune here from Scion and Vlad both picking it up. It's just something that we haven't really mentioned too much.
Can't
lane phases.
I can't speak to it for
Ghost, top,
Scion.
Chomp,
Never mind.
flash.
That's why I mentioned the pillar cannot be blocked out by a pool even, and it's double flash out, but in the end, CGYM will find the escape. Double summoners burn to
Okay,
escape.
alright.
to
Gets
do it.
out, lives to see another day.
Yeah, I believe the new Keystone Storm Raiders, it's old Storm Raider Surge basically, but it's really because Phase Rush was too safe for a lot of low short range mages. They've turned it into more of a you really need to be able to do damage to activate it. So it's a little bit safe, but also an assassination kind of Keystone now.
Phase Rush
So,
is Vladimir's safest keystone, so it's definitely going to
But
be a
it's
continued
gone.
similar situation for him. Chestnut, huge damage
Look
down
at
on
this,
him. You're
Yerkes
looking for the finish.
play, the bailout in onto the Renata. Now they have to fight this out, but he will go down. Not enough hope trying to turn it. Nice poison stacks in onto Yerkes, does trade out a kill, so it's 1 for 1, and that is a big play. If that had not gone well, we'll flash out from Matt here. Man, if they had not found that counter kill, this lane could have been over, but a big counter kill here for Hope in the bot lane.
And a
Gets
nice play.
Bandle City on the board.
Yep. Yerkes sitting at 26 stacks right now, so on the same line as the other smolders that we've seen thus far.
Nico called it out. The Storm Raider Surge on Sion means he's going AD, and first item's rated Dirk.
Yep, that's a good call out. Matt Apex, we've seen a variety of builds on the Sion. Playing in the mid lane, we would expect him to be able to build some damage and have the tank come out of our sexy in the jungle. No items yet on the Shen. Has not back for his first recall. Should be doing so soon, as well as for Aztec.
So
So how does this change the mid lane matchup, Jason?
Not at all.
If it's an AD Sion. Not at
It
all?
changes nothing.
Okay.
Pillar.
It's just a fact of how the Sion is just, he's never under kill threat from Vigar unless he's egregiously overstaying.
All right, 3 will turn their attention here to the Dragon, and an early Dragon started for Bandle City, something we haven't seen throughout the series, so an adaptation in the gameplay here in Game 4 when they need
you
it
know
most.
what Progress doesn't have? Bot lane prio.
That's right.
Smolder just can't do it.
Yurk's peeking over at this Dragon, but our sexy's going to secure it.
Does look like Jade and Aztec are going to try and walk in late, though. 600 health, they get the smite. Aztec into the fight, brings Chaffles into the back. Nice taunt in onto Yurk's. Beautiful handshake across both. Where's the bailout? Does it come through? There's no ultimates for other side. Bailout now in onto Hope, so both ADs will go down. And the stands united, but it's not enough shielding as the double kill here for Jade. Can he pick up one more? It's a triple kill for the mid laner of the Progress. They lose the objective, but they win the team fight.
Oh, Dragon going over to BCB is going to be sweet for them in the long run, but 3 kills going over to Vigar is definitely going to shorten the scaling period. Losing some CS down under the tower, but I believe, yep, a Cannon Minion taking up the rest of it for Jade. Matt Apex not committing to pick up that plate, perhaps thinking it's a little too much of an overstay. And gonna be looking to back and grab that Roa sooner rather than later. 1,200 gold in pocket.
Okay. Let's take stock real quick after that. So, let's see. Okay, so really, Vigar's down in CS quite a bit from the roams and also the Scion pressure, but the kills will more than make up for that.
Aztec's going to continue rolling over here to help out Jade and just alleviate pressure.
Oh, Impale
drop
used.
the Impale. There is no ultimate available for Jade to try to look for a finish. Our Sexy is here for the answer. And I think it's just pressure for the sake of pressure, but I like the look to try to make sure that Jade is able to maintain this safety in the mid lane.
They finished the shove under. Jade should be able to get the reset in and actually buy. Has not bought yet with that gold lead, so...
Should have a Rod of Ages now purchased. 7 and 8 minutes pace for Rod of Ages.
Look at this.
Happy.
The knockup. The find under tower. Doll, her old teammate, her old friend, brought down to pieces, and Hope will drop for a 3rd time this match.
Yep.
Burn Flash as well.
That's true. Level 6 not yet available for Hope or Chestnut. Yurks and Doll finding the ultimates. Chestnut just cresting level 6, flashing out over the mom. Yurks looking a bit interested in the tower dive, but not going to commit to anything, just picking up the plate. And the pressure is heavy in the bot side after the momentum shifted at that level 3 play.
Yeah, interesting that they're going for the aggression bot because I believe BCB knew that Progress was going for the grubs, but flash in from Jade? No. And Scion, he's too tanky. Even when he builds damage, too tanky.
Will escape. Meanwhile, action happening all across the map. The bot lane of Yurks and Doll continuing to push forward. Aztec spending some of his jungle attention topside. The CGYM, of course, just spacing it out very nicely.
Pillar going
we haven't actually watched this
all the way
top lane
around it. CGYM is investing heavily in cooldown reduction, just looking to get as many rotations off as possible. Engage forward from Matt Apex, going to find huge chunk down onto Jade with this Q, but unable to find the secure unless he wants to dive the tower. But Aztec's always got his eyes on this mid lane matchup, and Matt Apex not finding nearly as much freedom as he did in the top side. They should have enough damage to look for this finish, and that will find it.
Wow, and the gold goes on to the carry.
Yeah, beautiful.
2-0-4, Aztec going to feel comfortable on his signature. You might think during the regular season I would say Udyr, but back to his roots on the Skarner in the playoffs. These pillars are devastating from Gemsy, pinning him against the wall. And CGYM is in a tough spot here on the top side. He's got his pool of burned down, And he's got our Sexy, I'm sure, is looking at him with the Stand United, but feeling uncomfortable in this matchup. He needs to scale up further before he's going to be able to do much. But staying completely even in
stacking that
CS.
CDR right now.
All right, 2K gold lead
for a gank potentially in bot
for
side,
the
gonna
Piltover
reset.
Progress, and they're up 2-1 in the series right now. If they find this win, this will be the end of the season for the Bandle City Buckaroos. They've had a strong year, but now, Piltover is pushing them the distance here, and they need to find a way to rally here. They're down 8-2 in kills. It's only about 2K gold. It's very comebackable. All right, there's no reason to freak out yet, but the scaling on the side of Piltover. But yeah, we need to see item breakpoints come through, and 78 stacks already for Yerks. Just shy of 11 minutes into this game with the Essence Reaver completed.
Yeah, 15 to 20 stacks above where we saw Hope on the previous Smolder game. Never count out the Blad Scion. Definitely don't. CGYM is feeling the pressure in the top side, but he's completely even in CS and levels. And so at the end of the day, if that pressure doesn't result in some sort of advantage, it's just uncomfortability for CGYM.
All right, our Sexy and Matt try and make a play here. Force flash out from Aztec. Aztec is going to turn now that Jade is here. 5 kills between these two carries. Chestnut on the roam over. Able to find a bit.
Jade taking the plant back out over to the Dragon Wall. Aztec continuing to aggress, and our Sexy is
hard
here with a
steal.
taunt. We'll find it. There is a Scion ult if they choose to go forward further.
Thought Yerks might have been getting caught there, but he's fine. Gets it over the wall. I think what BCB wants to happen is to let the game chill out, because Progress can't stack dragons as quickly this game because they lost the first one. And also, I think BCB might have better side lanes, because Vigar in a side lane against either a full AD Scion or a late game Vladimir is asking for trouble.
Yeah,
so I
look
think
at that.
Hemo play coming out against
Yeah.
Gemsy.
No, you're totally right, and they're looking for it. But Gemsy flash in, gets the Conqueror stock. There's no pool for CGYM, but CGYM with a Ghost has that additional move speed, that additional damage
back
coming
and
through.
Forth, back and forth.
Yeah, the terrain going down for Gemsy. They're both just running in and out. So no blood is actually drawn. Sorry to cut you off there, Kolko. We thought something might happen, but of course these top laners, they just wanted to tickle each other for a little bit.
And there was the Storm Raiders keeping the Vlad at a safe distance from the Trundle once things got dicey.
Yeah,
so Keystone coming in handy there.
And bringing down the resistances, not making Gemsy as tanky, but making it much easier for him to go for these trades. The huge burst of healing and damage coming out from that Hemo Plague. And that's the second dragon going over to BCB. Nice timing.
It's just purely on tempo that they pick that one up. So not only do they hypothetically delay the stacking from Piltover, but they start the stacking of their own here with a second dragon in a row. 13 minutes in, already 2 down.
Nicely done to change the pattern of the games we've seen thus far. Everything going to be turned on its head a little bit, but Aztec still finding success in his plays, and Jade feeling very comfortable 3-0.
Okay, here it is.
Flashing out now.
Matt going for the all-in solo play, but nice flash from Jade to escape under tower, and Matt is going to have to flash out after Aztec. I feel like that's maybe a 4th or 5th gank mid from Aztec to cover this lane, and committing a lot of attention, a lot of energy to cover his carry, but 3-0 hasn't died yet.
They chose this matchup knowing what it would be like, and I love what a good cancel. Chestnut with the handshake.
That was gorgeous.
Not even bothering to respect it with an ultimate answer, just handshaking it back, and that's got to feel rough for Progress, but incredible for Chestnut. He does not miss.
Yeah, and that's something that we haven't actually seen come out yet. Only just now hitting level 6, but the hostile takeover is an absolute game changer. Very important. There it is. It comes across, but it's beautifully dodged out by Yerks and Dahl. Here's the Stand United, but already Chestnut dropped. Yerks, the slow landed. There's the knockup from Dahl. They're trying to find some follow-up damage, but Yerks will find one more. Here's the taunt in, and Arsexy at least finding one for his team. Can Dahl parse this out, or will the 2-level advantage for the jungler be enough? Arsexy, full energy, beautiful max range taunt. Will land a couple of follow-up keys. Dahl flashes away to escape, so it's a 2-for-1 at the end, but the shutdown kill onto Yerks. And, yeah, I mean, finally something goes well. That hostile takeover, the whiffing right through the middle, beautifully spaced out by both Dahl and Yerkes. No time to talk about it, though, as Aztec turns top.
I love the Stand United down to support his bot lane, make sure that Hope and Chestnut don't fall deeper into a pit. They really need Hope to be able to turn on and activate
Hill top onto CGYM. Flash out, Proto Belt away, but one more chomp will be enough. He's baited under tower. The Hemoplague heal is there, but he's smited down. The Subjugate.
Oh no, the Subjugate Smite combination. Find them the kill, and Aztec will be the last one standing at the end of the 2v1. It's a trade kill on the top side. And it will be Progress who come away with the most.
Classic top lane.
Classic top lane. But again, Vladimir looking to scale. He's not going to be the most upset about trading back and forth 1-1. Jade's going to take a lot of damage from this, and it could be a one-shot if this Q connects.
A little bit more damage from Matt. He's going to walk forward. The E lands. He needs a bit more, but Jade still survives. Chestnut here backing up his mid laner. Matt level 11. 140 CS at this point in the game. Mom will come over the top from Yerkes, but the ambush from Hope does find quite a bit of damage here onto the small dragon. Only level 9, not fully stacked. The Lifeform Disintegration Ray from Chestnut.
Gonna connect, but not going to have too much of an impact. Hope, with the ambush, catching Yerkes with his eyes towards the mid lane, able to find a lot of damage, but Yerkes just continues walking forward to reconnect with the rest of the team. And Progress now pushing down onto this mid lane. And it looks like they should have the priority they need to take it. Arsexy, a lot of damage going down with the cage.
Nice
and
event horizon there from Jade. Does split up the team, and they catch the Buckaroos on a reset. CGYM on a flank here, but there are 4 members. So Hope is invisible, is going to pop out, is going to try and find something. Jade brought down very low. Nice event horizon, but already one shutdown going over. CGYM, the Proto Belt forward. Finding some damage onto Jade and Yerkes. Yerkes and Jade turn tail and run. Aztec flashes out after buying some time. So Piltover gets away, only losing 1. But a nice flank there from CGYM to go in for the 1v4 and get so much value out of the play and the Hemoplague.
Yep, nice move.
Jim did take plates off that.
He did.
But yeah, there's the threat of that Vladimir. Can be very deadly, especially with Twitch ult over top, like both of them comboing together to just do massive damage. That's the danger that Progress has to deal with.
Yeah, the Hemoplague is going to bump the damage of an already impressive Spray and Pray. His ability to burn down a front and back line all at once, but there's just not a lot of damage to back it up from Hope at the moment. There's a Collector on the board, there's a Zeal, but he's searching for that second item, and at the moment Yerkes is searching for those stacks. 170, 55 to go.
Okay, Dragon on the board. Obviously Bandle City would love a chance to contest this one, but already brought down low. Piltover here in plenty of time, and they are just going to secure this. Dahl even ulting over the wall to dissuade any engage from the Buckaroos.
Yep, it's a nice pickup, but this is only their first dragon, so not the end of the world for BCB. Of course, every dragon you can find, this would have brought them to Soul Point. Would have been nice to have, but not they're not crying over spilt milk over the first dragon.
Ulti in here from Matt, dodging the pillar, lands it down onto Gemsy, but a nice find from Yerkes from the wall. Beautiful handshake from Chestnut, but look at the Yerkes damage. So much value out of this play. 1 for 1 so far as Hope and Gemsy go down, but down goes Matt now on the backside of this fight, so it's going to be a 2 for 1. And things are going the way of Piltovers. Just every single fight is slowly looking Piltover's way. We're at about a 5k gold lead now, and the Piltover Progress, they're scaling, they're growing, they've got the gold on their carries. Things are going well for Piltover.
Yeah, we're at 19 minutes in, and we're at 193 smolder stacks, so feeling very comfortable with that pacing. Should be able to find the 225 to hit the critical point before the next fight happens, and so BCB are looking to go in heavily on the
Sexy looking for the play, trying to find it, but spaced out nicely with the crowd control from the mages of Dahl and Jade.
Pressure going down in the mid lane while Aztecs picks up the Herald, and Dahl looking, of course, very comfortable on her, I would say, potentially one trick. I know Dahl well known for the Vel'Koz. I hear best Vel'Koz in the LCC, some would say.
I've been surprised at the number of knockups that she's landed. You know, I think
it's been excellent.
You know, the geometry, the angles, those can always catch you off guard, but those knockups, straightforward knockups, and she's got a very high percent in terms of how many have landed.
Finding Matt Apex in the box.
It's a flash in.
What happened?
From Matt. I don't know. It might have been a panic. Nice. Yeah, Yomu's used there, and he's going to ult out, so...
Let's see how far he goes.
Flash ulti
Finds
lands
Yerks!
right in onto Yerks. What can they actually... Can they turn this? The fully stacked Q. They're going to turn this mistake flash into a beautiful play, and Yerks flashed at the end, too. How did that go well for Bandle City?
Oh,
My head's in my hands.
Wait,
Oh
Aztec
my
is here,
God.
though. Okay, it's not all going to be bad. Flash away from Hope. Dodges the Impale from Aztec. Stands united from our Sexy, trying to find something. A flash taunt in, but Jade will step it out. Aztec, however, no flash on the Skarner. Will burn down to the poison. Our Sexy will go down to the Lifeform Disintegration Ray. So, 2 for 2. Gemsy gets bot lane. That could have gone much, much worse. And at the end,
can't believe
it's just
it
bad
worked
for
out
both,
like that.
okay?
Matt
Yerks is
giveth and Matt
standing.
taketh.
Yeah, Yerks is standing in the middle of the road, a deer in headlights, as Matt runs down from the bot river. That was incredible. That's hilarious. What a play.
Don't let them know your next move kind of flash. Yeah, absolutely. You don't know what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing.
And then
okay?
he mind controlled Yerks to burning his flash just like he did. Matt's going to tell us it was calculated, and I can't prove that it wasn't.
And Twitch was the recipient of at least a couple of those kills, so he's
Yeah, up to
on
5
2
now.
items, working towards that Infinity Edge.
Yeah, 9k gold onto the Twitch.
Only 500 gold behind Smolder. Of course, those stacks are going to be impactful. Teleport down from Matt in the bot lane.
Will you be able to
Yomu's.
pick up anything here?
Used?
No, they got safety of the outer turret.
He's just looking though. I don't mind him. He's looking for the play.
He's burning a teleport to do it, though.
Well,
It's not nothing. As he moves back over to the bot side, he doesn't...
okay, I
he
do
has
mind it.
ultimate
You're
gold.
right. I do mind it. But he was looking for the play. Okay.
I like looking for the play. I like taking initiative, but it does cost something, and teleport is invested to do so. Gemsy teleporting up to the top side. We can expect for him to go for deep pressure in to pick up this inner tower, and Matt in the bot side looking to pick up the outer.
So dragon in 1 minute. This is going to be the 4th dragon. It'd be soul point for the Buckaroos. CGYM here finding a slow onto Gemsy. Nice taunt landed by our Sexy, and a beautiful W shield will buy a lot of time. Meanwhile, Yerks caught out with the ambush, and he will go down. What a find from Hope and Chestnut. The bailout as well. It's a double kill onto Hope. What can they do? Can they turn to the Baron? They decide not to. Instead, they're going to get mid pressure, and this should mean the dragon will be secured.
Herald drops, as I mentioned earlier. Matt Apex using his ultimate to both drop the tower and engage onto Jade. It's a huge chunk down.
This is the
Phase will
matchup we
fall.
mentioned, right? It's just there's nothing that the Vigar can do. Slow is going to land here. Oh!
There it is. Matt decides to egregiously overstay and then falls to Jade. So there was no point where Jade could actually force the kill onto Matt, but he decides to go back for it, and then there's an opening.
A double taunt here from our Sexy onto both, but Aztec is going to peel off. Hope! Another ambush. What a find from Chestnut! Is able to collect both. And Aztec now very tanky, but he's got no team here around him. Yerks showing up to the play, but it will be too late.
Is
He
it crazy to
sneezes.
say that, like, right now the playstyle that's working out for BCB is like Snake Eyes? I don't know where they're coming from.
No, yeah, it's they are trying to break the game down into its raw
Huge damage out of Jade,
components.
finding a kill onto Vlad without the pool coming through.
The smite secured for our Sexy. They have to try and find a way out. It stands united in onto Hope, but the dragon is stacked. That is, I noticed Smolder stacks are there. He's finally reached it. It's 242, but smite secured for our Sexy. So 3 going down in CGYM, Hope, and Chestnut. Only Aztec drops, and that was before the dragon, but smite secured. They're one step closer. The gold leads.
Gemsy is down on
Baron
Baron.
Going down.
Gemsy's gonna solo Baron. What?
There is vision.
This
being
game's got a very
cleared.
loose quality to it.
It's wild. As at the current state, BCB on Dragon Soul Point, 1 dragon over to
They don't
progress.
know.
There's
Okay,
visions
Ping just went down.
as them being cleared, and
They
they've
suspect-
realized
Answer.
that the Baron
There's
is
no
going
way they
down.
can get here, right?
There's
This is
so much
going to
vision.
be Piltover taking the Baron, and a nice decision from the Piltover progress. And look, flipping a Baron, taking a Baron at this point in the game can be a very scary proposition, and a decisive. All 5 of them going to the objective, and they take
Burn
the
it
neutral
down.
objective. Good play there from the build
Gemsy,
of progress.
again, like even with 4 bans down against him, able to Matt just dropping his ultimate with a tap for the CC immune. Doesn't want to completely roll out of the way. Yeah, Gemsy 4 bans deep in game 4 and still finding a name for himself, starting up that Baron and building up the advantage for his team. We'll see if that progresses the same way as CGYM scales up into late game.
Yeah, I mentioned the side lanes a while ago, and that Trundle on Hydra Blade of the Ruined King is a significant threat to anyone except maybe the Vladimir. But even then, the Vladimir isn't immune to the pillar, so it's going to still be dicey trying to deal with this Trundle on the side lane.
Yeah, and he's pushing in. He has Baron now. He is going to need to be answered. So who do they send? Meanwhile, the rest, it's a 1-4. And this is my preferred Baron in the LCC. I don't like to see the 1-3-1. I like to see the 1-4 in the Piltover Progress. Keeping it simple here. Pressuring in with the 1-4 Baron power play. They're now sieging the inhibitor towers both top and mid. And bot is growing for them as well. They don't have it Baroned up, but they do have a nice push bot lane that will eventually sync up that they can join. Spray and pray as he closes his eyes and he collects a kill top lane.
Hope coming over for the reset. His spray and pray still.
The flash in!
One on the doll, 2 autos.
Expunge! Double kill, but the impale down. And so he sacrifices his life for it.
Yerk's
still alive, though.
At Apex. It's 3 versus
Walking
3
forward.
on the board.
Event
Page
Horizon
down.
will not catch anymore. So 2 for 2. And that's always worth when you're behind and don't have Baron. But they still need to find a way to actually see a flash taunt from our sexy. The Proto Belt did, but the Event Horizon will space out the rest of the team. Chestnut has to flash out, and it is a stacked up Yerks. Look at this dragon as it dashes forward. He's gonna find the way. The flash in, the Achu, the double kill, and the Piltover Progress will push down the towers. They'll push down all the structures, and they're gonna
A couple seconds on the carries. Mid and bot.
Teleport
No, it's
coming
teleporting
from
from
Gemsy.
Gemsy. This is the end.
Hope
Spray,
with the spray
from
right over
Hope.
the top, hitting 3, takes down 1, will find 2.
It's a
Gemsy
double.
to the TP, will he find the 3rd? It's a triple kill onto Hope. Yerk's
Bail
fighting
out.
for his life, needs to flap over the wall, but Matt will find him. And BCB,
4.
backs against the wall, will hold out.
They live to see another day. Kolka and Jason, I can't believe it. They're alive.
Oh,
The
14
my
kills now
goodness.
onto Hope. All eyes on him. 15,000 gold. He's now 2,500
He's
gold
so
at least
fed.
over
Holy
Yerkes.
cow.
Forget the stacks. He said, I'm going to do it through raw itemization. It's only 27 minutes into the game, and he's riding his way to a full build.
Their soul dragon is in 50 seconds.
And Runon's Hurricane completed. This is a devastating item to have in combination with Spray and Pray. If the Hemo Plague is able to enable the Spray and Pray with the IE Runon's combination, it's going to be a bloodbath.
They really need to
Yeah.
watch the timing of the Event Horizon in the team fight, and then once that's on cooldown, it's pretty much all in for the Scion and the Shen. So, yeah, hoping that really, Jade has to play this next team fight out very well. We are getting into the late game scaling, but it's within 2,000 gold between these teams. Soul is on the board, 15 seconds.
Yep, 291 stacks on a Smolder, 288 on a Vigar. And just for Scion, just
No
for fun,
TP
1200.
on Trundle, and they're both top lane. The Scion and Trundle.
Yeah,
Teleport
and so
on
here's the
top.
teleport in from
The flank.
CGYM, and he's on the flank. He is separated from his team. Will he be able to get out of this one? That's Yomu's for Matt. There's the Event Horizon, so that's on cooldown. Look for a play to happen here as Yerkes is set on the side. Nice, a big fight. What a kill from Hope as Dahl is evaporated. The hostile takeover will land onto Yerkes on the side, but the rest of his team fighting on the front line. Are Sexy trying to clean up Jade in front of him as he goes. He will
Trundle's in
find
the
it
base,
now.
sitting the
Yerkes
game.
into the fight. That's a nice fight. Trundle trying to win it for his team. The Piltover Progress. Will they even get to fight the dragon?
Knock
He's
up
got
onto
stun.
it. There's 3 here. There's continuous CC. Stun.
Oh my
This taunt lands, and the dragon will go over to the side of the Progress, but their last-ditch effort to go for the end does not work out. 3
Not
members
over
rotate
yet.
to cancel it, and it is not over yet. Jade has teleport available. Will he look for the commit? Gemsy has his teleport coming off cooldown. He just walked right into the base to look for that backdoor, and I love this spirit.
Dragon Soul denied by Progress, though.
Yeah. I mean, he gave over his life. He got half the Nexus and both the Nexus towers, and he got his team the Dragon.
Respawn.
I mean, but I think that's completely worth if you're Gemsy.
It's completely worth all day. You're happy to make that play, and you're happy to open it up. But the reality is those Nexus towers will probably respawn by the time they get back there.
That's true.
And it's not over for BCB, and they will not be kept on an open Nexus for that much longer. I think they should be able to defend this one. We've got Matt just holding position, making sure that they're able to get in here. But I gotta say, I think Chestnut's got enough ward coverage. You can walk away from that one for a little bit.
Yeah, not
Baron
sure
also
what...
about to spawn.
Okay, so yeah, Baron is up 30 minutes in. Both these teams able to do this. So is Sion just
halfway to the tower respawn, but the Baron's
here?
up. I think just looking for vision on the enemy team before he moves out, trying to play it safe and sacking just a couple waves of experience.
Gonna try and set up to match against Gemsy. Both top laners level 17, so not hitting the late game levels yet. The 18, 19, 20 where top laners can go this season. But starting to get that scaling going. All right, meanwhile, Baron is going to be thought about here by the Built Over Progress, and they are going to go ahead and start it up. Teleport available for Gemsy, but not available for Matt.
Sexy.
So if Gemsy comes in, he could come alone. Okay, brought down to health. Brought down to half health. They see our Sexy on the ward. CGYM, the Hemo play onto the backline, flashing out of the event horizon, finds Dahl on the side. Stands United in onto Hope. And it's a solo kill as Matt kills Gemsy in the 1v1.
And BCB hold out yet again. The Baron fight goes down, and Hope finds them all distracted, opens up with this spray and pray from Invis, and wipes the team fight for them. Of course, only finding 2 kills as
It was an
Progress
incredible
back away
play
from the play.
from CGYM. I'm surprised how much damage came through in that burst, and I think Dahl was as well, as the Vel'Koz evaporating in front of our eyes. Chestnut, the handshake, but will disengage after that. So, Dragon in 2 minutes. It looks like even with 2 dead, they hesitate to go to the Baron.
Inhibitor respawning, and now the Nexus Tower's also up, so it will be difficult for Progress to look for a backdoor on this Dragon round. But BCB have clawed their way back. They said, it's an open Nexus, you're trying to backdoor us? Hope has buckled down, found the items he needs, and he's putting out the damage that his team requires to bring them to a game 5.
This is such an awesome game 4. Bandle City, backs against the wall. They will not go down. They're going to be proud of this one no matter what the result is. They have fought with all of their heart, with all of their might here in game number 4. They will not just simply abate. 8 kills, though.
He's hunting. He's looking for a tiny dragon.
He is. Yurk's playing
Or
safe
Evil
with
Yordle.
his team.
He'll take either one.
Progress playing tight together, but they don't have a lot of vision control.
And Gemsy
And
needs to
they're
be
struggling
answered.
pushing the bot
Gemsy
lane
pushing
again.
bot lane.
I think the Vlad's the only one that can do it.
Matt looking for an answer.
Well, actually, no, Matt can handle it. But
Alright, so
there
they
goes,
find
goes the base.
a boulder. The spray and pray out
big
from
damage.
Hope. Flash away, and they will stand united in. Yurks is found. What a find from Chestnut as the hostile takeover lands onto the team. They're going to win the team fight. It's a triple kill for Hope and Twitch. What a beautiful team fight. Just incredible positioning from everybody on the side of Bandle City.
Everybody pulling back
Go to
while
Baron.
Hope remains in position, invisible,
Pings on
and
a
then
Baron.
opens up with the spray and pray. Finds so much damage immediately down onto Yurks, and then Chestnut with the incredible hostile takeover to hold Jade down and open up his team to finish them off. Arsexy looking to make sure he
Dahl,
defends
you have
this
the steal
Baron.
in you.
Oh yeah, Taunto to the wall meant no smite available in the pit, but
No
Dahl-
life form disintegration ray
Yeah.
means that it's able to be
Dragon
secured
at 10.
safely by their team. And BCB have brought this back to where they
Yeah,
are
Soul
in
in 10 seconds.
They have the gold lead. Let's take a look. 20,500 gold, 10k advantage onto Hope himself against his opposing laner.
Yeah, big lead here, and for the first time in what feels like 30 minutes, the Buckaroos have a gold lead, 26 to 27. It's really ramped up as the game has gone on.
Sorry, 5,000.
All right, and now Chestnut and Matt, are they caught out? Are they too far forward? Gemsy finds one. Matt has to flash away, and that's already one of their big team fight
Hope is here.
plays
He's
gone.
quickly overextended. He's looking for the combination with CGYM.
There's no hostile takeover. There's no bailout. Aztec is going to find CGYM. They engage here. Gemsy flashing forward in onto Hope. Stand United onto their carry as Hope is going to find one. That's two. Yerks will go down, and it resurrecting. It's a triple kill for Matt. They find it. It's the... Jade is the last one remaining. The taunt from R60 will come through. It's the ace, and they're going to pick up Soul. The Buckaroos buck around. They find out.
Oh my goodness. BCB have
took
such a way with a late game Baron, don't they? They turn the game on its head and they find the opening. Hope will burn his GA, but they might try to look down for an inhib. Matt pushing bottom, BCB pushing mid. How much will they take off the back of this fight?
Oh, I really think they could have ended through bot right there. They had a huge minion wave, and they had just killed Dragon. I think if they had just walked over, they probably could have gotten it, but they'll probably just end up double inhibiting and looking for the next fight.
Okay, so Matt gonna turn. Where's he turning his attention? He decides he isn't needed mid. Is just going to reset with the Baron. When Chestnut got caught, I was so afraid for the Buckaroos that their season was over. And then the way that they just combined together, Matt found a beautiful play. Hope went invisible, came out of ambush, stands united from our sexy CGYM, the positioning,
the Vladimir,
with the pool, the Vladimir hemoplague damage in the late game.
For Hope is just waiting for his team to gather around him, and then they open up for the big damage play, and it's so difficult. I know personally, Vigar into Twitch, it's so frustrating because you can drop your Vent Horizon and then just die to the crit damage from your spray and pray before you ever have a chance to let your damage, your spells fall. Hope has so much potential to win this game.
I'm sure that Piltover's feeling rattled. They felt like they had the game in their hands. They were knocking on the Nexus. The Nexus was half dead, okay? And now a couple team fights are going the way of Bandle City. But don't forget, there is a Vigar and a Smolder on this team. This game is very much winnable for the Progress. 391 stacks on the Smolder. Absolutely disgusting number.
351 for Vigar. And if you don't know, Dark Matter, Vigar's W, the cooldown is reduced by half a second for every 50 stacks of Phenomenal Evil you have. So going to have so much damage.
A little handshake landed here. Aztec looking, the engage in, a beautiful ultimate for ultimate as the impale from Aztec trying to find the pick onto Matt will go wide. Nice ulti out from Matt to disengage.
R-Sexy trying to make macro moves on the opposite sides of the map with his Stand United in his pocket. Matt Apex has his teleport available, but he's bringing everybody over to him.
Potentially caught out here is level 20 CGYM looking for the play, and the two soul laners will look to do something. Aztec is on the roam over. Can they find something? Gemsy already brought low down to a quarter HP, trying to turn it, but it's the pick, and could that be it? Meanwhile, Hope and Chestnut opening up onto Yerks. Mom will come over top, and this is the GA, but there it is, out of stealth. And the Scion is there to collect. Jade has to flash out. Doll will go down. Jade collected by the hostile takeover.
Questionable hitbox on that one, I gotta say. But Jade finished out, and it looks like BCB are doing their utmost to bring us to a Silver Scrape Game 5.
The Buckaroos are going to send us to Game 5. We're going to get a back-to-back quarterfinal series Silver Scrapes. Do you believe it?
I believe in BCB.
I don't know. I've seen people hit the Nexus and not finish it before, but I don't think that'll happen this
Let's
time.
Let's go, Bucks! Oh my goodness, what a Game 4. Game 5. Wow.
That Vladimir did so much work in those late game fights because the cage doesn't stop him when he's in his pool. He just walks right on by and says, I'm going to press R on your backline, you can't damage me, and I'm going to erase 75% of their HP bar in one combo, and then you have to deal with the rest of it.
What a game. I can't believe we're going to Game 5 after the way this series started. But yeah, I'm going to throw us to Silver Scrapes, and we'll be back in a few minutes.